Welcome to the Sterilization Station, the podcast that empowers and inspires sterile processing professionals. I'm your host, Bill Rishell. I'm here to bring you insights, innovations, and expert discussions to elevate sterile processing departments everywhere. In each episode, we'll explore ways to strengthen department culture, to embrace growth, and impact patient safety. We'll bring you interviews with industry-leading vendors and showcase technologies transforming our field, making our jobs easier and more efficient. From hot topics and infection control to best practices and overcoming challenges, Sterilization Station is a place to learn, grow, and connect. So whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's something here for everyone. So let's get ready to thrive in sterile processing. Let's dive in. So today I have a great episode for you today. Thank you for tuning in. And I know at different times in sterile processing, we can face some pretty tough situations. And it's good to have a podcast that you can tune into where you can get empowered, you can get encouraged, and you can get inspired. So if you're tuning in today, I just want to thank you so much. I really appreciate you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please share, please reach out. Please let me know if there's any way I can improve, because I am here to service the community of sterile processing, and I definitely want to elevate those in the field. I hope that the content that we bring will bring encouragement. I hope that as you're tuning in, maybe you're dealing with a challenge and that something might elevate your mind, break a chain in your thought process, and help you so you can grow and keep on continuing to serve the patients that we serve. Today, in this episode, I really want to empower you, and I'm speaking from a place of experience, and as sometimes I might even say some things to try to cause you to think, just because I do want you to grow and develop in sterile processing. And today I would like to discuss a few things about ways that we can elevate our mind in bad working environments. I've been in sterile processing for over 20 years, and I've been in some tough cases. I've been in some tough situations. I've been in some departments where there is a strong level of toxicity. I've been under leaders who did not really know how to lead and who had a lot of insecurities, but through these situations, it became the incubator for me to grow and to develop. So I hope that some of the things that I'll bring today will begin to bring an encouragement to you, strengthen you, so that you can begin to be settled in the career of sterile processing. One thing that's so important is you can never forget your why. You can never forget why you signed up. Now that you're here, we got to keep moving. We keep moving. We go as we grow. So every step we take should be a step in the positive direction. So one thing we got to make sure we work on is we have to focus on our professionalism. No matter what the situation may bring, we have to always stay concentrated and focused on the reason why we're there, and to be professional. Make sure we're communicating effectively no matter how tough the situation is. And remember your purpose. Remember that patient safety is our priority no matter the environment. Sometimes you can feel frustrated with coworkers, or sometimes, your work can directly be affected by your cut that out. When feeling frustrated with coworkers, remind yourself that your work directly impacts patient care. Everything we're doing here is about the patient. When I was first a student in sterile processing, my teacher, Michelle Peoples, she began to tell me, Bill, there's only three things that matter: the patient, and the patient. So always remember why you signed up and for who you really serve. And if others around you cut corners, make sure you follow those proper protocols to prevent those surgical site infections. Write down patient success stories to reinforce your purpose and stay motivated. Remember the times when you basically begin to provide that great care. Maybe you did a tray perfect. Maybe you put out a fire in the operating room as a liaison. Always remember the job that you do and the reason why you signed up. Remember, we're not here for accolades. We're here because we care and we want to help the patient. It's ironic that in the industry that we work in, it's called patient care and healthcare. And if you look at those words, what is the word that you see? The word care. Another thing you want to do is you want to maintain a positive attitude. Positivity is contagious, and your mindset can influence others. Do you know that your positivity is like a garden, and you're planting seeds? Everything you say or do is planting a seed that somebody else could actually eat of and begin to participate of. What's so amazing is how the apple tree never eats its own fruit. I got that from a good friend of mine, Frank Hethcock, how the apple tree never eats its fruit. It's always for those passerbyers. So when you maintain a positive attitude, you are feeding the surrounding of where you are. Always remember that. Start your day with affirmations like, I bring value to my team. Smile and greet your coworkers warmly every day, even when the atmosphere is tense. Celebrate those wins, even if they're small, like a successfully sterilized tray or a smooth ship. Always remember to be positive in the department because it has an influence on those around you. Lead by example. Show professionalism even when others don't. Sometimes people aren't going to be professional, but you lead by that example. You be that trailblazer that it's going to hold to what's right. You're not going to be involved in the toxicity of the department. You're not going to be devolved in talking about the manager. Do you know when you tear down a manager, it's really, really bad because that can begin to change the culture in the department. We know culture. If you ever tap into You Are a CEO, you can see it down there in the links, youraceo.com. Michael E. Parker, the founder, talks a lot about culture, how culture is what we do consistently. Culture is what we allow, and culture is what we celebrate. And you're creating culture by everything that you do. If you're someone that gossips along, you're worsening the culture. If you're someone that talks about your manager, you're worsening the culture. You never tear down leadership, especially to somebody else, because you're planting seeds, and then those seeds are going to continue to be watered. And what's so amazing to me are the ones who talk about the department culture and toxicity, most of the times are the ones that's watering that garden. Make sure you're not watering the garden of toxicity. Make sure you're watering the garden of positivity. So arrive on time and stay focused, even if others slack off. That's so important. That's a part of leading by example. Politely correct improper handling of instruments instead of ignoring it. Maintain composure in conflicts by staying respectful and calm. These are a lot of things to consider when you think about having leading by example. Most lead techs, before they become a lead tech, they were already leading. Most managers were managing something before they became a manager. Do you know the most educators were educating before they became an educator? I'll never forget a mentor of mine, Karen Cherry, how she told me, Bill, if you want to go in education, look for opportunities to educate every single day. Thank you, Karen Cherry. I know she recently got married. I don't know her last name now, but she still had a great impact on my life. Stay solution-oriented instead of dwelling on problems. Focus on what you can control. It is so important, the mindset that you have. Your mind is like a garden. There's good thoughts, there's bad thoughts. And sometimes you gotta pull the weed of negativity, the weed of discouragement, the weed of a negative attitude. Keep your garden clean. Make sure you always, always, always are getting rid of those negative thoughts. Before you know it, you chew on a thought and it becomes who you are. You are where you dwell. Make sure you're dwelling on the right things. If a process is insufficient, if a process suggest workflow improvements to leadership. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. And when you're faced with difficult coworkers, focus on professional collaboration rather than personal disagreements. We're all going to face challenges. We all have a different background. We all have different ways we grew up, but it's all about how you can create that environment at work through a positive collaboration. And if we're short-staffed, prioritize critical tasks instead of stressing over unfinished work. Keep your standards high. Don't compromise quality even if others do. Don't compromise your quality. Make sure your quality is top of the iceberg. Double check your instrument sets even when you're rushed. Sometimes it's good to even have a friend of yours at work do like a quality check to make sure remember, the work we do is for the patients. It's not about being proud. It's about being humble. Listen, everything we do is for the patients. Sometimes in 20 years, I still lean on my coworkers to help me, to verify, to make sure that everything's going well, because at the end of the day, we're here to make sure we have good patient outcomes, satisfactory patient outcomes. Follow sterilization protocols exactly, even if others cut corners. Always remember someone's watching, and continue using PPE properly even if coworkers neglect safety measures. Manage stress effectively. These things have a great influence on bad environments. Making sure that we're managing our stress effectively, and practice deep breathing. Take a moment to breathe when feeling overwhelmed. Like an example would be inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds, especially before entering, a stressful meeting. We got these meetings that are so stressful. It's always good to make sure you meditate, clear your mind. Sometimes too, it's taking a break from the cell phone. I do it periodically just to get like a mind reset. That's important. and stepping away to a quiet area when overwhelmed and take a few breaths. Use breathing techniques to calm your nerves before addressing work-related issues. Using your breaks wisely, making sure you're stepping outside or you're listening to music or do something relaxing. When you're on your breaks, it's for you to get a reset to come back and be able to perform the best job for our patients. So sometimes that may require taking a short walk outside, maybe listening to some calming music, or maybe a motivational podcast like the Empowerment Podcast of Sterile Processing, maybe something from Beyond Clean or Ask the Educator, Kevin Anderson. Maybe it might be listening to, Time to Talk, Kenneth Campbell. There's so many different podcasts out there that you can listen to. And also do a quick stretching exercise to relieve tension. Stressing is a great way to relieve tension in sterile processing. Work on developing a personal stress relief routine, whether it's exercise, getting at, when you go to the gym and you work out and you get all that stress out, riding a bike, taking a run, working out, meditation, whether it's meditating on something you read or meditating on, in quiet meditation, or engage in hobbies outside of work. An example might be joining a fitness class after work to relieve stress, meditating for 5 minutes before your shift, or even engaging in a creative hobby like painting or writing is all good things to do that can help to improve the stress management while you're in sterile processing. Another thing that's really important is is to avoid workplace drama. Don't engage in negativity. Stay neutral. Politely exit conversations that involve gossip. One thing I learned, if there's like an inappropriate joke or something that's happening, if you walk away, it lets people know that that's something that you don't appreciate. Redirecting complaints towards constructive problem solving. Sometimes people will talk about another employee and I'll just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we go talk about it right now? We can squash this. Most of the time they will not do that because they know that what they're talking about is not coming from a good place, not coming from a good heart. And set boundaries with negative coworkers by keeping conversations professional. And sometimes it's even helpful to journal your thoughts, like writing can help process emotions and keep you focused. Sometimes like writing about a workplace frustration to relieve stress, or list things you're grateful for at work, Being thankful, when you're thankful, you can't be in a negative mood. List the things you're thankful for. So when it gets tough, put it in your phone, put it in your locker, put some affirmations in your locker. So when you go on break, you can look at them. Keep a jar of successes. That's right. A jar of successes, a jar of compliments, a jar of victories. Get a victory jar that you fill with positive affirmations. I love to read the Bible, but there's lots of scriptures or different things you can read to encourage you, but have maybe like a journal of positive affirmations or whatever you like to get your encouragement from. And then build a strong mindset. Detach emotionally from workplace negativity. Don't take toxic behaviors personally. When a coworker is rude, always remember their behavior is about them, not me. I don't have to respond to negativity, but I can be professional and not allow my emotions to get involved. And then I can shift my focus, from the toxicity into the purpose of why I'm there. The purpose is to put together trays, reprocess trays in a way that can help the patients. And I've also learned by experience, it's important to reframe challenges as learning opportunities. Every situation that's tough is always a chance to grow. You can use equipment malfunctions as a chance to improve troubleshooting skills. You can view criticism as a tool for professional development, where I can learn from difficult coworkers how to improve communication skills. And then practicing gratitude. Focus on what's good in your job and in your life. When you're a thankful person, it changes everything. Keep a gratitude journal, listing 3 positives for each workday. Express appreciation to coworkers who help you. And remind yourself of career growth opportunities within the field. Maybe you have a plan, a goal, and what you want to get accomplished. These things are really important. And keep growing and learning, continuing your education, taking courses, attending workshops or get certified, enrolling in an advanced certification course, attend a sterile processing conference. Attending a conference, you get to meet a lot of wonderful people, and it can really encourage you and enhance you in your career. Staying updated on best practices, reading articles, listening to podcasts, and following SPD trends. Whether it's following professionals on LinkedIn or even listening to a sterile processing podcast for industry insights, subscribing to newsletters and journals, these are great ways to stay updated on industry practices. And then seeking mentorship, find someone who inspires you and learn from them. Ask an experienced tech for career advice. Spending time with the tech that's more experienced, gleaning from them. What's important is to watch those techs that are experienced. Watch how they handle problems. Watch how they handle situations. Watch what they do when it gets slow. Watch how they handle the toxicity. When you find a really good tech, not just a good tech, see, if you're a good person, you'll be a good person in all areas of your life. Shadow elite tech to expand your skills. Join an online professional network for sterile processing. I highly recommend this network. It's called Sterile Works, SterilWorks. Listen in for the link at the bottom for Sterile Works. It's a great community that you can join. They have education. It's like a little bit of a social media platform. It's a great resource. They have education. They have flashcards. They have study materials. It's really, really great. And it's important to take control of your work environment. This is a good way how you can take control of a bad environment. Improve what you can. Organize your workstation or propose small workflow improvements. This could be including rearranging trays for more efficiency. Label storage areas to reduce errors, or suggest a new tracking system for instruments. And then communicating effectively can address concerns rather than venting. Use I statements when discussing workplace, like I feel overwhelmed. I feel that this should go this way. I feel that we shouldn't have did this. Offer solutions when bringing up problems, and practice active listening. Active listening is so important in the department. Listening to your coworkers, engaging. Isn't it unique how we have two eyes, we have two ears, but we have one nose and one mouth. And that's really interesting. I think something's in that. You know what I mean? I think something's in that we're supposed to listen, really listen more than we speak. And knowing when to speak up and to report serious issues through the right channels, like documenting and reporting safety violations or addressing workplace harassment with HR, providing constructive feedback in these team meetings that we have, daily huddles, knowing how to raise concerns are so important. And don't be afraid to seek new opportunities. If the environment you're in is really, truly toxic, explore better options. See what else is out there. Research job openings in other facilities. Apply for leadership positions to create positive change. That's really good, because sometimes you have to be, Gandhi said, you be the change you want to see in the world. Some environments, leaders, what I've experienced in leadership is that sometimes leaders are put into positions because they know the job. But it's a difference between knowing the job and leading a team. It's different between managing work and leading a team. When you're managing work, you're overseeing the daily operation. How many trays do we have to have turned over? What needs to be done first? Are there case cards that need to be picked? That's managing work. But leading a team is different. It's so important to know your team, know the strengths and your weaknesses. And this can only be done by a person who knows the team, who took the time. As a manager, when I lead a team, I would spend time with them on what they're doing, seeing how they're doing things, asking them questions, showing them that I'm available, having those regular one-on-ones, checking on how they are as a person. That's an attribute of a good leader, is really checking on people, seeing how they are, learning their goals. How can I help you meet your goals? Leadership is more than saying, go do this, go do that. No, you can't do this. Yes, you can. It's knowing your people, knowing what they offer, and helping them grow into what they want to be. That's a good leader, is concerned about the growth and development of a person. Consider cross-training in relative fields like surgical technology. And always remember, you are in control of your mindset. No one can take away your passion and dedication. Your passion is your passion. If you are passionate about sterile processing, if you are passionate about surgical technology, whatever your passion is, don't lose your fire. Don't lose your zeal. Just because an environment is bad, just because a leader doesn't know how to lead, doesn't mean that you allow that to take you away from something that you really enjoy. Remember, your thoughts are not always real. Remember, sometimes your thoughts are not always real. It's a conveyor belt. It's constantly sending things to us. But we as a soul, we can make the choice of what we really want to do. And your mind is what you focus on. Make sure you're focusing on positive things so you can have a positive results. Focus on your long-term goals. Maintain a work-life balance. Protect your mental health at all times. Choose daily to remain resilient and professional. Endure. Be consistent. Have a positive mindset because the things that you're challenging are here to make you grow. Last year, 2024, I was in a major car accident. I was in a 4-car pileup. I suffered a major concussion. I have 2, herniated discs in my neck. But you know what? It was the greatest thing that could ever have happened to me. It caused me to come home and have to pray, have to meditate, have to get quiet within myself. And in that quietness, I began to receive instructions about what was the next step. So sometimes the situation that you're in is an incubator for growth. When we're done testing the loads and we take out our biological and we incubate it, we put it in the incubator so it will see if there's any microorganism that wasn't killed, that it could grow. It's on a microscopic level. Certain things you can't see because it's on the microscopic level. Your childhood is on the microscopic level. Your insecurities is on a microscopic level. Your fears is on a microscopic level. Your pain and your hurt is in a microscopic level. But as you begin to learn about the things that are affecting you, sometimes it's not even the people around you. It's something that was hurt in your life that's causing a pain to be resurfaced through a situation. The situations, they just bring to the top what things are inside of you as a person. And so here in a Sterilization Empowerment podcast, I want to empower you and encourage you that you can rise above what you're facing, that you can rise above that situation in your life. So be encouraged. Keep tapping into your why. And once again, if you need encouragement, tap into the Uplift CEO app. You can see a link in the bottom and join into the movement of you are a CEO. You are a CEO you're a CEO of your life. The CEO makes the decisions. The CEO makes the choices. Make sure you know the area in your life. Sometimes in your life, there's things just like a CEO. Sometimes he has to go and he has to lay people off. Sometimes the CEO has to fire people and realize that you're not in sync and in tune with the vision of the company. And in your personal life, sometimes there's things within you that you have to fire. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's insecurity. Maybe it's not trusting the process. But if you were to tap into, if you were to go and evaluate those things and lay off those parts of your life that are not necessary, like fear and doubt, and be encouraged. I've never done a podcast. I'm facing fear every time I get on the camera, but I'm more concerned about encouraging those in this network that rise above. I know what it's like in departments. I've been in some toxic environments. I know when you're tired, you're burnt out. But listen, you're at the gas tank today of Sterilization Station. You're getting filled up so you can go a little bit further in your career. So be encouraged. Change your mindset. Think on positive things. Don't be a trash can. Don't be a toilet. Don't hold garbage in the department. Be a positive person in the department. Strengthen the department by your example. And I guarantee you can change that toxic environment. When someone comes to you with some negativity, you say, listen, I'm not a garbage can. I'm not holding trash. Instantaneously, you can change it. When I'm on break, I don't want to hear about the drama. I'm on break. It's time for me to reset so I can come back. I just want to encourage you there. I hope you can feel my heart. I know what it's like in some of these departments. I've been under bad leadership. I know what it's like. That's why I'm here to encourage, inspire, and motivate you to rise above whatever you're dealing with, whether you have a condition in your life. Stay strong. Commit to eating healthy. Your health is your true wealth. I hope the words today encourage you as you tapped into an empowerment podcast of sterile processing. And for some final thoughts for this episode, you can't always change your work environment, but you can change how you respond to it. Stay focused, stay strong, and keep growing. Which of these strategies you learned today do you already use? Which of these strategies do you plan on using? Please comment down below. Let's talk about it in the comments. Please continue to subscribe to the Sterilization Station, an empowerment podcast of sterile processing. I hope today's episode empowered you. I hope it encouraged you. I hope it inspired you. Think above your situation. Change your thought process. If you have a lot of negative thoughts in your mindset, clean out your garden today. Get rid of all the negative things. Write down everything you're thankful for. Write down everything that you appreciate. Get you that victory jar. Get you a jar from Michael's, or go get an empty mason jar and get you out some sticky notes and fill it up with positive comments and positive statements of things that you know that you've been successful in. So when that mind talks to you and tells you about how bad it is, you can always look back. And remember, have conversations in your department. Meet up together. Hold one another accountable. You can change the departments. Bind together. Be one team, one dream. Un sueño, un equipo, un equipo. I can't get it right today. One team, one dream. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Today, I just wanted to encourage you. Some environments are bad. Keep a positive mindset. Be of good courage. I hope to see you soon. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. The Sterilization Station. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.